Well, hey folks, this is Fat Guy Flies RC coming to you from the Man Cave Studios. And this is the version 2 FMS 70mm YAK-130. This is new to me. It's not a new plane, but it's new to me. And the only thing I've done to it to mod it is I've cut out the canopy here to where I can make it easier to put my battery in there. I've given her a KM model afterburner inside there, and I've given her a clear coat. But other than that, none of the servos, everything, all is stock. So, take her out in the field, let's get some flights in, have some fun. I'll be checking the battery after each flight. So we'll seat you out in the field, we'll meet you out there, and we'll have some fun. We'll seat you out in the field, we'll meet you out in the field. Bye. Well, hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. All right, second time ever in the air. My all new FMS YAK-130 70mm version 2. Now I gotta avoid that sun that's now blazingly bright off to the east because it's early morning here. But that's okay, we can do that. Alright.
Motor hot. Gonna burn the ball. Landing flaps.
Got a KM model afterburner in there, and I'm running a 3600 6S Turnigy pack. Alright.
Starting the fun over.
4-minute timer, gonna fly in my high rates. Alright. Here we go. Plain blue sky now pretty much, so.
Didn't know you were going to do that.
Sorry. Didn't give camera precious warning on what I'm doing. Take it up now. Use a lot of up elevator. Well, I got a little bit of a heavier pack now, so.
Time remaining 3 minutes. The gear is down. Landing flaps.
You know what, we'll just take off from down there because the wind is out of the north, so it's directly across the runway.
Take off flaps.
So it actually doesn't really matter which way I take off. I'm going to take it up now and see where it peters out. Okay, plenty high, so I don't need to worry about going any higher. I still have plenty of power.
Time remaining 2 minutes. The gear is down. Landing flaps.
All right, we're going to fly by dirty. Show you the flaps and the gear down. Flaps going up now. Let's see if we can't pull off a touch and go. A little bit deeper in here. Well, more of a slap and go. It's a good looking plane. That red and white really looks good.
Landing flaps.
Whoa. Well, test the gear out. I'm going to take off one more time. I'm going to push it.
Takeoff flaps. Cruise mode. 10. Cruise mode. Flaps up.
All right, we had 1 second left on a 4-minute timer.
Motor all chilled out.
Unplug that beautiful KM model afterburner. I can still see even with that bright sunshine. $53% left, so really, this is a 5-minute. On a 3600 Turnigy 6S, you can get 5 minutes with mixed flying. If you're really going to hot dog the whole time, maybe 4.5. But the timer was set for 4 minutes. I still got 56% left in takeoffs and landings and everything. So, yeah, good economical plane. I don't think she's as fast as the Freewing brand, but definitely, to me, flies a little bit better, if that makes any sense. It's kind of a nuance thing, but there you go. That's the FMS Yak. We'll meet you back in the man cave. We'll go over all my AS6 settings, my flap settings, and everything. Everything looked good on the flaps, and it flew real well. But I'll share everything back in the man cave. That was the second flight ever, and this is a great flying little fighter. It really is. Nose cone comes off on it, unlike the Freewing one. I don't think it comes. Maybe it does. I don't remember now. But all right, God bless y'all. God is good. And don't forget, folks, faith, family, and friends, and the YAK-130s from FMS. Bye, y'all. Well, hey, folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. All right. We had some great fun flying the FMS YAK-130 70mm. Have a lot of fun with it today. Got some different flights in with it. And I tell you what, this sucker flies great. Let me show you the gear real quick. Got that beautiful
Motor hot. Gunner for the boys.
KM model afterburner inside there.
Motor all chilled out.
All right, let's go over our, well, you know, since we got it right, got the gear down. CG on the plane is 80 to 85 millimeters back from the lean edge root, which is where I've got some glue marks underneath there. And I got the tanks on, got the gear down, and even at the most forward CG, she still wants to act like she's going to be nose heavy, but that's okay. This isn't a death Dorito. And that's where the battery is far back as I can possibly shove it. What I've got in there right now is a 3600 Turnigy. I think it's got an ADC shoved all the way back. The plane comes with an EC5 connector. I'm using an adapter, and I've got an 8-channel Spectrum receiver in there. So that's why I cut that canopy out. That way I've got room for my wires and everything. Now I could get a little more fastidious in there, or if that's a word, and really get the wires anchored down and maybe not cut so much canopy out, but I don't want to have to fight with it. And I'm afraid I'd have to fight with it and put pressure on this mechanism to have it so tight. And I don't mind losing that part. So that's just me. Let's go over our rates with it. My normal flying rates. I do have AS6 Plus on board. But I flew in my high rates the entire time. Ailerons were 85%. Okay. A 30% expo. Elevator, 95 with 30% expo. And rudder, 100%, but with 40% expo. Flap systems. This is what I picked, and it seems to work perfectly. Flaps up are negative 100%, no mix.
Takeoff flaps.
Takeoff are 0% with a 3% down elevator mix. Landing are 50% with a 6% down elevator mix. And that seemed to work just absolutely perfect. Just a small amount. If you look very closely, you can see that elevator
Takeoff flaps.
change.
Flaps up.
It's very
Takeoff
subtle.
flaps. Landing
Very
flaps.
subtle, but I can see it from my angle. It's just a little bit. All right, 2-second deployment. Let's go to forward programming. Okay, gains are at one-time gains. The gains themselves that I picked for roll, pitch, and yaw are 30, 40, and 60. Priorities, all at 100 on roll, pitch, and yaw. Heading, didn't do anything with that. Stop lock, all at 50 on roll, pitch, and yaw. And the release rate, I left it at default of 55, 55, and 75. Okay. The nose wheel gyro, I have it obviously set with my to turn on when the gear is up. The gains, however, one thing I have found, you're better off not tying it with your gain adjustable gain channel, because I left that alone, but I have the rate gains, set at 40% with a heading window of 50%, priority 1 at 180. So it doesn't matter how much I've got my gains on the flight gains, no matter where they're at, the correction on that nose wheel gyro is only going to be 40%. And let me prove that to you. Okay, that works independently. I'm going to turn the gains all the way up on the flight controls. Look at how much deflection. I mean, you can really hear them gyros working, okay? Now, I'm going to turn those flight gains all the way down where they shouldn't be doing anything. And see, there's nothing. Okay, they're not hardly moving, not really moving at all. But that nose wheel gyro is still going back and forth to its 40% window that it has. And because the ground gains on the ground is going to be different than flight gains. That's why I don't want them, I don't want the gains being adjustable with the flight gains. I want this to be by itself. Now, if there's a way of doing it in flight, I don't know, but I like that by itself. That's why I don't, in this screen here, when you have your gain channel select, if you pick inhibit, then you can do the rest of the nose wheel gyro. It won't be subject to the gain of the flight gains. So other than that, that's the only change to the nose wheel gyro setup procedure. All right, I would have checked the battery after each flight. Initially on the maiden, I believe I set it for 3.5 minutes, and I discovered that honestly, on a good 3.5 size battery, 3.5 6S or a 4000 6S, that 4 minutes, you can get 4 minutes all day long on the batteries. So that's why I ended up setting my timer for 4 minutes, and I came back at 20-30% or more on each of the flights. So there you go. And if I remember right, yeah, on the speed test, I had this little sucker up to 115 mile an hour on a regular LiPo. Actually, on this LiPo here, this 3.6. At 115 mile an hour. And of course, that was in a deep dive, straight dive with the wind. But into the wind, if I remember right, it was like, I don't know, it'll be in the video, but I want to say it was like 90 mile an hour, something like that, 85 or 90. That's into the wind, straight and level. That's pretty darn good. It was a strong windy day. So, well, there you go. That is the FMS YAK-130 7mm. And absolute, this is not a sponsored plane yet. FMS did not send it to me for review. I bought this because I wanted it. I wanted to compare it to the free wing version one, which I have, which that I bought too. And we'll do like a comparison, kind of shootout, like who sounds better, who flies faster, that sort of thing in the upcoming weeks or so. But there you go. God bless y'all. Don't forget, folks, faith, family, and friends, and FMS Yaks. We'll see you later.